He's just scared of an old woman, my daughter laughed, and the whole engagement table followed her lead. Marcus smiled too. But I saw the way his hand tightened around Lily's wrist when my fingers touched the black leather case under my chair. Then my phone vibrated. One text, 6 words. "Did you bring the blue teacup?" No one at that table knew what that meant. Not my daughter, not the preacher, not Marcus' parents lifting champagne glasses like they were already family. Not the women in silk dresses whispering about wedding colors. Not the country club manager standing near the double doors, pretending he wasn't watching the tension at our table. But Lily and I had made that code when she was 12 years old. It meant, "Don't call me, don't ask if I'm safe. He's watching." So I folded my napkin, looked at the man who thought I was too old to understand fear, and pressed the one number I had not used since my last year in uniform. By the time dessert arrived, every exit in that country club would be covered. Marcus did not know that yet. At that moment, he only knew what everyone else at that table thought they knew. That I was 72 years old, that my left knee hurt when rain was coming, that I carried peppermints in my purse and wore sensible shoes to formal dinners, that my daughter Rachel had warned everyone before I arrived that I could be difficult when I felt ignored. Difficult. That was the word families used when an old woman still had eyes. The engagement party was being held in the private dining room at Brookhaven Country Club, the kind of room where the walls were cream, the flowers were white, and the silverware was heavy enough to make poor people nervous. White roses stood in tall glass vases down the center of the table. A cake with Lily and Marcus's initials waited near the windows. Champagne glasses kept filling before anyone could refuse. Lily sat 3 chairs away from me. That was the first thing Marcus had arranged. My granddaughter should have been beside me. Everyone in that room knew it. I had raised her for 6 years after Rachel's second divorce, after the house got too loud, after Lily started sleeping with her shoes beside the bed because she thought grown-ups always left in the middle of the night. But Marcus had smiled at the hostess and said, "Let's put Evelyn near the end. She'll be more comfortable there. Less noise." He said it like kindness. That was the second thing I noticed. Dangerous people love kind words when they are moving you away from what matters. Rachel had touched my elbow and whispered, "Please don't start, Mom. This is Lily's night." So I sat where they put me. At the far end of the table, near Peter, Rachel's husband, who had never liked me because I remembered every lie he told and never laughed at his jokes. Across from me sat Marcus's mother, Diane Vale, a woman with pearl earrings and a smile that had clearly been practiced in mirrors. Beside her was Marcus's father, Walter, who had the expensive quiet of a man used to employees making problems vanish before he had to see them. And then there was Marcus. Marcus Vale was handsome in the clean, polished way that made people trust him before he deserved it. Dark suit, perfect cufflinks, easy smile. He leaned toward Lily when people spoke, as if protecting her from the room. But his hand never left her wrist for long. Not her hand, her wrist. That difference mattered. When a man holds your hand, he is joining you. When a man holds your wrist, he is keeping you. I watched him do it 3 times before the first toast. Lily smiled through it. My Lily. My bright girl with the soft voice and the stubborn chin she got from me. She wore a pale blue dress tonight, the color of morning after a storm, but her shoulders were pulled in like she was trying to make herself smaller. Every time someone asked her a question, Marcus answered first. Lily's been so overwhelmed with planning. Lily doesn't really want a big wedding anymore. Lily and I have decided she'll take a break from work after the honeymoon. Lily and I have decided. Not Lily decided, not we talked. I kept my hands folded in my lap. Under my chair, my left shoe touched the black leather case I had brought with me. It was old, square, and scuffed at the corners. Rachel had rolled her eyes when she saw it in my hand at the entrance. "Mom, did you really bring paperwork to an engagement dinner?" I told her. "I brought what I might need." Peter laughed and said, "Is that where you keep the emergency hard candies?" I let him laugh. I had learned long ago that the first person to laugh in a dangerous room is rarely the one in control. Before I tell you why those 6 words made my blood go cold, tell me where you're watching from. I always like knowing how far stories about quiet survivors can travel. The Blue Teacup began 12 years before that engagement dinner. In my kitchen, on a Wednesday afternoon when Lily was supposed to be doing math homework. She was 12 then, all elbows and questions, with a ponytail that never stayed tied, and a habit of watching adults when they thought children were not paying attention. Rachel had dropped her off after another fight with another man whose name I have no reason to remember. Lily came through my front door with her backpack on both shoulders and her face too still. Children should not have still faces. They should be loud, messy, annoying, hungry. They should slam cabinet doors and ask why birds sit on power lines. When a child becomes quiet, someone has taught them that noise is dangerous. I made tea, not because she liked tea. She hated it then. I made it because frightened children will often talk to steam before they talk to people. She sat at my kitchen table and stared at the blue teacup in front of her. It was chipped near the handle. My husband Daniel had bought it for me at a flea market the year before he died. He said it was ugly enough that no one would steal it. He was right. I loved it anyway. Lily touched the chipped edge and asked, "Grandma, how do you know when someone is dangerous if they're still smiling?" I did not ask who. That is a mistake many adults make. They hear fear and immediately demand evidence. Names, dates, details. Children close up when you turn their pain into a courtroom. So I answered the question she asked. Watch what they do when you say no. She looked at me. I said, anyone can smile when they're getting what they want. A safe person stays safe when they don't. She thought about that for a long time. Then she asked, what if you can't say no? I still remember how still my own hands became around that teacup. I had spent 26 years learning the shape of danger. I had seen fear in barracks, in interview rooms, in houses where no one wanted to admit what was happening behind closed doors. I had learned that the loudest threat was not always the worst one. Sometimes, the worst threat was a man who lowered his voice and told everyone else you were fragile. So I taught Lily 3 rules. First, the dangerous person is not always the one shouting. Sometimes he is the one standing closest to the door. Second, if you cannot say, help me, say something that sounds useless. Third, never make a phone call if someone is watching you. A call can be interrupted. A question can be overheard. A text that looks meaningless can save your life. Lily listened like I was teaching her how to breathe underwater. What should I say? She asked. I looked at the chipped cup between us. Ask me if I brought the blue teacup, she wrinkled her nose. That's weird. Good, I said. Weird is memorable, and no one else will understand it. What does it mean? It means you need me to act but not ask questions. She repeated it softly. Did you bring the blue teacup? I nodded. If you send me those words, I told her, I will not call you. I will not text back asking what happened. I will not panic. I will move. She looked down at the cup again. Move how? That depends on where you are. What if I'm at school? I come to school. What if I'm at Mom's? I come to Mom's. What if I'm somewhere I don't know? Then you send me what you can. A street sign, a bathroom mirror, a menu, anything. She looked at me then with eyes too old for 12. And what if someone says I'm lying? I reached across the table and covered her hand with mine. Then they will have to say it to me. For years, the blue teacup was just ours. A private little code tucked inside ordinary life. She used it once when she was 14, and Rachel forgot to pick her up from a movie theater after a fight with Peter. The text came in at 9:17 p.m. Did you bring the blue teacup? I was in my car by 9:18. I found her sitting on a curb under a broken light, pretending she had not been crying. She used it again when she was 16, at a party where the older brother of a friend kept trying to get her into the basement. She sent the words with a blurry photo of a refrigerator magnet behind her. I matched the kitchen from a Facebook picture, drove there and walked in through the back door without knocking. After that, she never teased the code again. By the time she was 18, she stopped needing it. Or maybe she stopped wanting me to think she did. She went to college. She got a job at a children's clinic. She learned to wear lipstick without getting it on her teeth. She called me every Sunday night and told me stories about rude patients, bad coffee, and the stray cat that lived behind her apartment building. Then she met Marcus. At first, Marcus sounded like a blessing. That is how the worst ones often arrive. Lily told me he was thoughtful. He brought soup when she was sick. He remembered small details. He said she worked too hard and deserved to be taken care of. He drove her places because he worried about traffic. He helped her set up a new phone plan because hers was too expensive. He started answering when I called and saying, "She's resting, Evelyn. I'll have her call you later." He called me Evelyn before I invited him to. I noticed that too. The first time I met him in person, he hugged me with both arms and no warmth. His eyes moved through my living room in 3 seconds. Front door, hallway, kitchen entrance, back door, windows. He smiled at my framed photos, but he studied the exits. Safe men notice people. Controlling men notice exits. Lily stood beside him that day with a brightness that looked painted on. She laughed half a second after he did. She looked at him before answering simple questions. "Do you want coffee?" I asked. Marcus answered, "She's cutting back." I looked at Lily. She said, "I'm cutting back." Those were not the same sentence. I did not challenge him then. Not because I was afraid, because I was listening. Old women survive by hearing what arrogant people think is too small to matter. Over the next few months, Lily changed in pieces. She stopped wearing the red coat she loved because Marcus thought it made her look too available. She missed 2 Sunday calls, then apologized with words that did not sound like hers. She quit talking about the clinic. She said Marcus thought the work was draining her. Then she said maybe he was right. When I asked if she was happy, she said, "He loves me so much." Not yes, not I am. He loves me so much. 3 weeks before the engagement party, I saw the first mark. It was small, half hidden beneath the silver bracelet I had given her when she turned 21. A faint shadow around her wrist, yellow at the edge, the kind of bruise that comes from fingers, pressed too hard and held too long. We were standing in my kitchen. The blue teacup sat on the shelf behind her. Marcus was in the driveway taking a work call. He had stepped outside to answer only after checking where Lily's phone was. I touched the bracelet gently. Lily pulled her sleeve down. Neither of us spoke for a moment. Then I asked, "Do you still remember the blue teacup?" Her face changed so quickly most people would have missed it. But I was not most people. For 1 second, my granddaughter was 12 again, sitting at my table with steam rising between us, asking me how to recognize danger when it smiled. Then, Marcus opened the front door. Lily's face smoothed out before he reached the kitchen. She smiled. "Too bright, too fast. I remember everything you taught me," she said. Marcus looked from her to me. "What's that?" I picked up the blue teacup from the shelf and turned it in my hand like an old woman admiring old things. "Nothing important," I said. Marcus smiled, but he did not believe me. That was the first time I knew he was not just controlling, he was watching. The engagement party was not the first trap Marcus had built. It was only the first one he decorated with roses. 2 weeks before that night at Brookhaven Country Club, Lily came to my house with Marcus for Sunday lunch. She had called ahead and asked if I could make chicken and dumplings the way I used to when she was little. But when they arrived, Marcus carried a small white bakery box and said Lily was trying to eat cleaner now. Lily looked at the floor when he said it. I put the dumplings on the stove anyway. A woman my age learns that food is sometimes the only honest witness in a room. People can fake smiles, fake manners, fake concern. But if a girl who grew up asking 4 seconds suddenly says she is not hungry while staring at the bowl in front of her, something has changed. Marcus ate nothing. He said he had already eaten. Then he spent the entire meal watching what Lily put in her mouth. Not obviously. Marcus was too practiced for obvious. He did it the way men like him do everything, with a smile, with soft corrections, with words that sounded helpful enough to make everyone else feel rude for noticing. "Careful, sweetheart. You said dairy was making you tired. Maybe just half. You don't want to feel sick later." Every sentence took something from her, not the food. Permission. After lunch, he placed a cream-colored folder on my kitchen table. "Actually, Evelyn, I'm glad we're all here," he said. "Lily and I have been organizing some things before the wedding." Lily's fork stopped moving. I looked at the folder. It was expensive. Thick paper, gold clip. The kind of stationery people use when they want control to look like responsibility. Marcus opened it and turned the first page toward me. "Just practical paperwork," he said. "Nothing dramatic." People who say nothing dramatic are usually preparing to do something dramatic very quietly. I did not touch the page. "What kind of practical paperwork?" He smiled. "Financial organization, health planning, travel permissions. We're thinking of spending a few months abroad after the wedding. Maybe longer if Lily needs rest." "If Lily needs rest," I repeated. Lily's face changed. Marcus placed his hand over hers. "She's been under a lot of pressure." I looked at my granddaughter. From whom? The room became still. Marcus's smile did not leave. That was another thing I noticed. Most innocent people change expression when challenged. They look confused, hurt, annoyed, surprised. Marcus stayed polished. "From life," he said. "Work, family, expectations. I'm just trying to make things easier for her." He slid one page forward. I saw the words before he covered them with his fingers. Medical Decision Authority. Another page beneath it. Joint account transfer. Another. Voluntary wellness retreat. I kept my breathing even. There are moments when anger is useful, and moments when anger warns the enemy that he has been seen. Marcus was watching me carefully, waiting for the old woman to explode so he could turn Lily's fear into my instability. So I did not explode. I reached for my tea. "Lily," I said, "do you understand every page in that folder?" Marcus answered, "We've been through it." I did not look at him. "Lily, She swallowed. Marcus explained it. That was not a yeshatz. Marcus's fingers tightened on her hand. I set my cup down. Then she can explain it to me. His eyes cooled. Only for a second, but I saw it. I think, he said gently, that Lily is old enough not to be interrogated by her grandmother. I smiled at him then, not kindly. Then she is old enough to answer a question. Lily opened her mouth. Marcus's phone rang. He looked at the screen, then stood. I have to take this, he said. Client emergency. He kissed the top of Lily's head in a way that made my skin tighten. Not affection, marking. Then he walked out through the front door, but he did not go far. Through the kitchen window, I could see his reflection in the glass. He stood near the porch column, phone against his ear, body angled toward the house, still watching. I leaned forward and lowered my voice. Lily, listen to me carefully. If you are in trouble, you do not have to explain it right now. Her eyes filled instantly. That frightened me more than tears would have. Tears come when pain is moving. Eyes that fill but do not spill have been trained, she whispered. Grandma, please don't. Don't what? Don't make him angry. There it was. Not don't misunderstand him. Not don't embarrass me. Don't make him angry. Before I could answer, Marcus opened the door again. Lily sat back so fast her chair made a sound against the floor. Marcus looked from her face to mine. What did I miss? I picked up the cream folder and closed it. Nothing you can't repeat at the engagement dinner. His smile thinned. That was when I decided to bring the black leather case to Brookhaven. Not because I knew exactly what would happen, because I knew men like Marcus eventually make a mistake when they believe a room belongs to them. And Marcus believed every room belonged to him. At the engagement party, he proved it. After the first toast, Marcus stood with one hand on the back of Lily's chair and thanked everyone for coming. He spoke beautifully. That was the worst part. If he had been crude, loud, jealous, mean, in a way strangers could recognize, Rachel might have flinched sooner. Diane Vale might have looked away. The preacher might have cleared his throat. But Marcus had learned the language of good men. He talked about commitment, stability, protecting what mattered, building a peaceful life for Lily after everything she'd been through. Everything she'd been through. As if Lily's past were a stain he was noble enough to overlook. Rachel dabbed at her eyes. Peter raised his glass. I swatched Lily's hands under the table. Her left hand was open in her lap. Her right was trapped beneath Marcus's palm. When he finished, everyone clapped. Then Rachel stood. My daughter looked beautiful that night. I will give her that. She wore a green dress, and the nervous smile of a woman trying to prove her family was finally normal. Rachel had spent most of her life chasing rooms that looked respectable from the outside. She liked polished floors, matching napkins, men with firm handshakes, photos where everyone stood close enough to fake belonging. She looked at Lily and said, I'm just so grateful Marcus came into your life. Some people bring chaos. Some people bring peace. Her eyes flicked to me when she said chaos. Just for half a second. But half a second is enough to cut an old woman open if the knife is held by her own child. Peter laughed softly and put his arm around her waist. Here, he said, to peace. Marcus nodded, humble as a saint in a painting. Lily stared at her plate. I did not touch my champagne. Then Marcus' mother rose with her glass. Diane Vale had a voice like crystals and a smile like a locked gate. We are thrilled, she said, to welcome Lily into a family where she will always be protected. Protected. That word circled the table like a ribbon around a cage. Diane continued, Marcus has always had a gift for guiding people who need a little steadiness. Lily is such a sweet girl. Sensitive. delicate. I saw Lily's jaw tighten. There she was. My girl was still in there. Then Diane added, "And after the wedding, once all the legal details are handled, I think everyone will finally be able to relax." Legal details. I looked at Marcus. He looked back. This time he did not smile. The cream-colored folder appeared after the salad plates were cleared. Marcus placed it beside Lily's champagne glass as if it were part of the celebration. "Just a few signatures," he said. "Nothing heavy. My attorney said it's better to have everything clean before the ceremony." Rachel blinked. "Tonight?" Marcus gave a soft laugh. "It's symbolic more than anything. A fresh start." I said legal documents are not symbolic. Peter groaned. "Mom." Rachel closed her eyes. "Please." Marcus lifted both hands, performing patience for the room. "It's all right. Evelyn cares about Lily. I respect that." No, he did not. He respected witnesses. He respected optics. He respected whatever version of himself could survive being observed. I pushed my chair back. "Then you won't mind if Lily reads every page without your hand on her." The room went quiet. Lily looked at me. Marcus looked at Lily looking at me. That was when the mask shifted. Only slightly, but enough. His voice stayed soft. "Evelyn, I know this is emotional for you. Lily growing up, moving on. It can feel like losing control." I almost laughed. Control. Men like Marcus love accusing other people of the thing they are doing with both hands. Rachel reached across Peter and touched my sleeve. "Mom, sit down." "I am sitting. You're embarrassing her." "No," I said. "He is." Marcus inhaled slowly, like a man calming an animal. "Lily and I have discussed boundaries," he said. "After tonight, we'll be limiting certain influences for her mental health." Lily's face went pale. I looked at the folder, then at his hand, then at the double doors. One waiter had stopped near the wall. The country club manager stood by the entrance. Marcus's parents were watching. Rachel was watching. Peter was smirking. "Good. Let them all watch," I said. "Take your hand off her wrist." Marcus looked down as if surprised to find his hand there. Then he laughed. It was small, controlled, just enough for the room to follow. Peter was the first. "Look at him," he said, raising his glass toward Marcus. "He's just scared of an old woman." Rachel gave a strained laugh, relieved to have an easier version of the moment. Diane smiled behind her napkin. Walter chuckled. A few people at the far end of the table joined in because laughter is contagious when no one wants to be brave. Marcus smiled too, but his hand did not move. I stood. The room went still again except for one champagne bubble snapsing in a glass near Marcus's mother. My knee hurt, my back hurt, my hands were older than they used to be, but my voice did not shake. "Let go of her." Marcus's eyes hardened. "Not much. Enough." "Or what?" he asked. There are two kinds of silence after a question like that. The first is fear. The second is invitation. I looked at Lily. Her eyes were on the phone beside her plate. Marcus had placed it face down, just beyond her reach. I looked back at him. Then I slowly sat down. Peter laughed again, louder this time. "See? All bark," Rachel whispered. "Thank God." Marcus leaned close to Lily and said something I could not hear. But I saw her shoulders fold inward. I saw his thumb press once against the inside of her wrist. And I knew then that I could have ended the dinner badly right there. I could have opened the black leather case. I could have told them what I had done for a living before Rachel decided my past was inconvenient. I could have shown them the notes, the screenshots, the dates, the bruised photograph, the statement Lily had started and never finished. But I needed Marcus to do one more thing. I needed him to believe he had won. Because arrogant men are careful when they are challenged. They are honest only when they think the danger has passed. So I folded my napkin in my lap. I looked down at my untouched champagne, and I let the room think an old woman had been put back in her place. If you've ever watched someone smile in public while controlling someone behind closed doors, type, "I saw it" in the comments. You'll understand why I let Marcus keep talking. People like Marcus do not recognize restraint. They mistake it for surrender. The moment I sat down, I watched his body change. His shoulders lowered, his smile returned, not warm, not relieved, but satisfied. A man who has just learned the room will protect him, always looks a little taller. Rachel exhaled like I had been the danger. Peter leaned back in his chair and gave Marcus a wink, as if the two of them had just survived some ridiculous inconvenience together. Diane Vale lifted her champagne glass again with that polished little smile. Walter checked his watch, already bored now that the old woman had been handled. Only Lily did not relax. Her eyes stayed on me. Not pleading, measuring. That was my Lily. Even scared, she was trying to understand the room. Marcus bent toward her and murmured something into her ear. I could not hear the words, but I saw the effect. Lily's lips pressed together. Her right shoulder pulled away half an inch, then stopped because his hand was still on her wrist. He picked up the cream-colored folder and tapped it twice against the table, straightening the edges. "Let's not let a misunderstanding ruin a beautiful night," he said. His voice was gentle enough to make my daughter nod. "That's all Mom ever does," Rachel said under her breath. I heard her. Mothers hear their daughters even when their daughters are trying to wound them quietly. Marcus opened the folder again and turned one page toward Lily. "Just here," he said, pointing to a line with a silver pen. "And here, the rest can be completed later." Lily looked at the page. I watched her eyes move. Not reading, searching. That mattered. A person who understands a document reads from top to bottom. A person who is afraid searches for the trap someone already told them not to question. I kept my hands folded in my lap. The black leather case pressed against my ankle beneath the table. I had brought it because of the mark on Lily's wrist, because of the folder in my kitchen, because of the way Marcus stood near exits and called it concern. But I had not opened it yet because there was one thing I could not manufacture: consent. That is a word people use carelessly until a woman is trapped in a room full of witnesses who would rather protect the party than protect her. I could suspect. I could prepare. I could document every strange sentence, every missing Sunday call, every time Marcus answered her phone, every bank transfer. Lily could not explain without looking at him first. But I could not decide for her. Not unless she asked me to move. That was the point of the blue teacup. A code was not rescue without permission. A code was her hand reaching through a locked door. Marcus slid the pen closer. Lily did not pick it up. His smile held. "Sweetheart," he said, still softly enough for the table to hear, "we talked about this." Diane said, "It's perfectly normal, dear. Every serious family handles these things before marriage. Every serious family." I looked at Diane then and understood exactly where Marcus had learned to make cages sound like tradition. Rachel shifted in her seat. Maybe she should read it tomorrow. For one second, I thought my daughter had found her spine. Marcus turned to her with gratitude so perfect it felt rehearsed. "I understand the concern," he said. "Truly." But Lily has been anxious for weeks because people keep planting doubts. I promised her tonight would give her peace. Rachel looked ashamed immediately, as if she had been caught disturbing a sick person. "There are no doubts," she said quickly. "I just meant—" "I know," Marcus said. "You're a good mother. That was all it took." Rachel's face softened. I looked away. There are few things more dangerous than a weak person being praised by the wrong man. They will hand him someone else just to keep hearing it. Marcus turned back to Lily. "Sign it, sweetheart. Not would you. Not when you're ready. Sign it." There he was. The real man had stepped close enough to the surface for everyone to see, if everyone had wanted to see. Lily reached for the pen. My body wanted to move. Every old instinct I had, every year I had spent in rooms where silence meant someone was about to be hurt, rose inside me. I wanted to stand. I wanted to take the folder and tear it down the spine. I wanted to look my daughter in the face and ask what kind of mother needs a stranger to tell her when her child is shrinking. But Lily's fingers stopped before touching the pen. She looked at Marcus and said, "Can I have my phone?" The room seemed to tighten. Marcus did not move. "For what?" "My head hurts," she said. "I need to check the medication reminder." It was a good lie. Not perfect. Good. The kind of lie a frightened person can carry without dropping. Marcus studied her. I kept my eyes on my lap. If I looked at Lily, he would know. If I looked at him, he would perform. So I looked at my untouched champagne and listened. "You took it already," Marcus said. "I don't remember." "You did. I want to check." His thumb moved once across the inside of her wrist. Lily flinched so slightly that Peter missed it, Rachel missed it, Diane missed it, Walter missed it, the preacher missed it, and Marcus probably believed he had hidden it. I did not miss it. No one who has ever interviewed a bruised woman misses a flinch. Marcus picked up Lily's phone from beside her plate and turned it face up. He did not hand it to her. He held it between two fingers. "Quickly," he said with a little laugh, like she was being silly and he was indulging her. Lily took it. Her hands were steady. That was when I knew she had decided, not because she was calm, because she had gone past panic into purpose. She tapped the screen with her thumb. Marcus leaned toward her, watching. She opened the medication app first. Smart girl. She had always been smart. The reminder appeared, meaningless and ordinary. Then she swiped down as if checking the time. Her thumb moved once, twice, 3 times. Marcus said, "What are you doing?" "Looking," she whispered. "At what?" "My dosage." He reached for the phone. She turned it slightly away. Not far, just enough. Marcus's face changed. The mask cracked so quickly that only people watching for truth would have seen it. His jaw tightened, his eyes hardened, his voice dropped half an inch. Lily, it was not a name, it was a warning. Across the table, my phone vibrated against my thigh. Once. Not a call, a text. I did not reach for it immediately. Old training does not leave you. Neither does motherhood. If you have ever been forced to become mother to a child your daughter was too broken to protect. I counted 2 seconds. Then 3. Then I took out my phone and looked down. "Did you bring the blue teacup?" The words were so ordinary that anyone else might have smiled. I felt my blood turn clear and cold. For 12 years, I had hoped Lily would never need those words for something like this. For 12 years, I had also known hope is not a plan. I did not text back. I did not ask if she was sure. I did not gasp, cry, accuse, or stand up so quickly that Marcus could grab her before help arrived. I placed my phone face down beside my plate. Then I lifted my water glass, took 1 small sip, and set it down exactly where it had been. Marcus was still looking at Lily's phone. He had not seen mine. "Good. Everything all right?" Peter asked, bored and amused. I looked at him. "No," I said. "But it will be." That finally drew Marcus' eyes to me. "What does that mean?" I smiled faintly. "It means I'm old enough to know when dessert is taking too long." Peter laughed again because Peter liked jokes better than danger. Marcus did not laugh. He watched me as I reached under my chair and pulled the black leather case onto my lap. Rachel groaned. "Mom, please do not start pulling out papers." "I'm not starting," I said. The leather case made a quiet sound as I opened the brass latch. Marcus's eyes went to it. There are moments when a predator recognizes a different kind of predator. Not one who hunts, one who waits. Inside the case, everything was arranged in order. Not because I am dramatic. Because evidence that cannot be followed is just grief with paper around it. First pocket, printed screenshots of Lily's messages over the past 6 weeks, the ones that sounded like her and the ones that did not. Second pocket, photographs, the wrist bruise, the missing red coat Marcus had donated because he thought it made her look available. A picture of the folder he had brought to my kitchen table, taken through the steam of my tea while he thought I was just being old. Third pocket, bank records Lily had sent me 3 nights earlier and then deleted from her thread before Marcus could check. Withdrawals, transfers, a new account she did not control. Fourth pocket, notes in my handwriting, dates, times, names, witnesses, every call Marcus answered for her, every Sunday she missed, every phrase that changed after he entered her life. Fifth pocket, one old badge in a worn plastic sleeve, United States Army Criminal Investigation Division. Rachel saw it first. Her face went slack. Peter leaned forward, squinting. "What the hell is that?" Marcus did not ask. That told me plenty. Men like Marcus research obstacles. He had known I was military. Rachel had told him that much, probably with an embarrassed wave of her hand, as if my past were a box of old medals and Thanksgiving stories. But he had not known what kind. That was the mistake arrogant people make with old women. They hear served and imagine parades. They do not imagine interview rooms. I took one card from the final pocket. Detective Mara Ortiz. Her number was printed in black. I had met Mara 9 years earlier when a neighbor's daughter disappeared for 2 days. With a man twice her age and too many explanations. Mara was younger then, but she had the kind of eyes I trusted. Eyes that did not slide away from ugly things. After Lily came to my kitchen with the bruise, I had called Mara. Not to accuse Marcus. To build a safety plan, that mattered. I pressed her number now. Marcus stood. "Enough," he said. There was the voice not polished, not kind, not concerned. Command. Lily froze. So did Rachel. The whole table heard it. I looked at him while the phone rang once. "You should sit down, Marcus." His laugh came out wrong. "Thin, this is insane." The line clicked. Mara answered. I said 5 words. "Blue teacup, country club, now." Then I ended the call. No explanation, no pleading, no panic. Marcus looked at Lily. "What did you do?" Lily's hand shook now, but she did not look away from him. I asked for the blue teacup. Diane's face tightened. "Marcus, what is happening?" He ignored his mother. His eyes stayed on Lily. "I told you," he said quietly, "not to embarrass me." The words landed on the table like a dropped knife. No one laughed, not even Peter. Rachel's mouth opened slightly. For the first time that night, my daughter looked at Marcus as if she had heard him clearly. I stood again. This time, my knee hurt worse. This time, I did not care. "You told her a lot of things," I said. Marcus turned on me. "You have no idea what you're interfering with." "I know exactly what I'm interfering with." "You're confused." "No," I said. "You were counting on that." He stepped back from the table and reached into his jacket pocket. I did not move, neither did Lily, but the country club manager did. From his position near the double doors, Mr. Albright crossed the room quickly and placed himself between Marcus and the exit. Marcus stared at him. "What are you doing, mister?" Albright was a careful man, The kind who had spent 30 years making rich people feel comfortable without ever mistaking comfort for innocence. He looked at me, not Marcus. "Mrs. Hart," he said, "Detective Ortiz is at the front entrance." That was when the room changed. Not loudly. Rooms like that do not explode at first. They inhale. Diane lowered her glass. Walter put both hands on the table. The preacher stood halfway, then sat back down when he realized he did not know which side God was on yet. Marcus looked toward the double doors, then toward the side hallway, then toward the terrace behind the windows. All exits. Covered. He understood before anyone else did. That was the first honest expression I saw on his face all night. Not guilt. Calculation. I closed the black leather case, leaving the badge visible on top. "Lily," I said without taking my eyes off Marcus, "come stand behind me." Marcus's head snapped toward her. "She's not going anywhere." Lily stood, slowly, one hand on the table, then the other. Her knees trembled, but she stood. Marcus reached for her wrist again. I did not raise my voice. "Touch her one more time," I said, "and this room becomes smaller than you ever imagined." His hand stopped in the air. A second later, Detective Mara Ortiz walked through the doors with 2 officers behind her. And for the first time since I had arrived at that engagement dinner, no one was looking at me like an old woman anymore. Detective Mara Ortiz did not rush. That was the first thing the room noticed. She walked into the private dining room like someone who had already decided what mattered and what did not. The 2 officers behind her stopped near the doors, one on each side, quiet and alert. Mr. Albright stepped back with the relief of a man who had been waiting for someone with a badge to take the weight from his hands. Marcus stared at Mara as if he could turn her into a misunderstanding by refusing to blink. "This is a private event," he said. Mara did not look at him first. She looked at me. "Chief Warrant Officer Hart," she said. "We're ready when she is." For one full second, the room made no sound. Not a cough, not a chair, not a fork against china. Then Rachel whispered, "Chief what?" Peter's face had lost its smirk. Diane Vale lowered her champagne glass so slowly I thought it might slip from her fingers. Walter leaned forward, his expression sharpened now that the problem had become official. Marcus gave a short laugh. It sounded wrong in the silence. "Chief Warrant Officer?" he said. "Come on. She's a retired old woman with a box of papers." Mara finally turned to him. "Mr. Vale, you should stop talking for a moment." He smiled again, but the smile had no roots. "I don't know what she told you, Detective, but Evelyn has a history of inserting herself into Lily's personal life. She's confused. She's protective. Frankly, she's been unstable tonight." Rachel flinched at the word unstable. Not enough, but she flinched. Mara looked at Lily. "Lily Vale?" Lily's voice was small but clear. "Not Vale." Marcus's head snapped toward her. Mara nodded once. "Lily Hartman, then. Did you send the agreed emergency phrase to your grandmother?" Marcus stepped toward Lily. "Don't answer that." Both officers moved at the same time. Not dramatically, just half a step. "Enough." Marcus stopped. Lily looked at me. I did not nod. I did not tell her what to do. I had spent too many years watching people mistake protection for control. I would not replace his orders with mine. Lily turned back to Mara. "Yes," she said, "I sent it." Mara's face did not change. "Did anyone force you to send it?" "No." "Did you understand what it meant when you sent it?" "Yes." "What did it mean?" Lily swallowed. "It meant I needed help, but I couldn't say that out loud because he was watching me." The words moved through the room like cold water. Rachel covered her mouth. Diane said, "Marcus, he did not look at his mother. He was looking at Lily as if she had betrayed him by becoming visible." "This is ridiculous," he said. "She's anxious. She misreads things. Evelyn has filled her head with military paranoia." Mara stepped closer to the table. "Mr. Vale, Mrs. Hart contacted me 3 weeks ago to discuss a safety plan. Not an accusation, a safety plan. She was very clear that no action would be taken unless Lily requested help herself." Peter blinked. 3 weeks, he said. I looked at him. "Yes, Peter, while you were busy laughing." His eyes dropped. Mara continued. "The country club manager was also informed this afternoon that if Mrs. Hart used a specific phrase with staff, he was to keep the exits observed and call my line immediately." Marcus turned toward Mr. Albright. "You knew?" Mr. Albright's face was pale but steady. "I knew enough." That was when Marcus's control began to fray. Not break, fray. There is a difference. Breaking is loud, fraying is more honest. It starts at the edges, a pulse in the neck, a dry swallow, fingers opening and closing. As if the body is searching for a weapon the mind knows it cannot use. Marcus looked around the room, measuring allies. Rachel was crying now. Peter stared at the table. Diane's lips were pressed together. Walter was watching his son with the calculating disappointment of a man realizing the scandal might be worse than the crime. Marcus found no one quickly enough, so he attacked the weakest target he could see. Lily. "She's overwhelmed," he said, softer now. "Sweetheart, tell them. Tell them you're confused. Tell them we talked about this." Lily stepped closer to me. Mara saw it. Everyone saw it. Marcus saw everyone see it. His face changed again. Mara opened a slim folder of her own. "I'm going to summarize what we have so far," she said. A pattern of isolation, repeated control of Lily's phone, financial transfers she states she did not freely authorize, documentation of bruising consistent with grip pressure, witnessed attempts tonight to pressure her into signing legal documents while physically controlling her wrist. Diane made a small sound. "Bruising?" Lily pulled back the sleeve beneath her bracelet. The mark was faint now, but faint is not imaginary. Rachel stood so fast, her chair struck the wall behind her. Oh my God, I wanted to tell my daughter she should have seen it sooner. I did not. Some truths must rot in a person before they can become useful. Marcus raised both hands. "That could be anything," Mara said. "It could. That's why we don't build a case on one thing." She looked at me. I opened the black leather case again and took out my phone. Marcus saw it then. Really saw it. Not as an old woman's phone, as evidence. His mouth opened. "Evelyn." I touched the screen. The recording began. At first, there was only the low noise of the dinner, glasses, a chair, Peter's earlier laugh, distant and ugly. Then Marcus's voice filled the room. "After tonight, Lily won't need to be around people who confuse her." Rachel shut her eyes. The recording continued. "Sign it, sweetheart." Then my voice, "Take your hand off her wrist." Peter's laugh followed. "He's just scared of an old woman." No one at the table moved. Then Marcus's voice again, lower, sharper. "Or what?" He stared at the phone like it had grown teeth. The recording rolled forward. Lily asking for her phone, Marcus asking what she was doing, his voice dropping. "Lily." Then later, after I called Mara, the sentence that finally stripped the room bare, "I told you not to embarrass me." The room absorbed it slowly. People like Marcus survive because most families prefer confusion to confrontation. They survive in the space between what everyone senses and what no one is willing to say. But recordings do not care about family comfort. Mara closed her folder. "Mr. Vale," she said, "you're going to step away from Lily now." He looked at Lily. "Tell them," he said. His voice cracked on the second word. There it was, not much, just a split in the polished surface. "Tell them I love you," he said. Tell them your grandmother twisted this. Tell them you know I was protecting you. Lily's hand found mine. Her fingers were cold. For a heartbeat, I felt her at 12 years old again, sitting across from me in my kitchen, asking what to do if someone said she was lying. Then she lifted her chin. I already told them, she said. Marcus went still. The color left his face in stages, first around the mouth, then under the eyes, then across the cheeks until he looked like a man standing under hospital lights. His right hand twitched toward his pocket, then stopped when the officer by the door shifted his weight. Marcus swallowed once, twice. His lips parted, but nothing came out. Diane whispered, "Marcus, what did you do?" He turned to his mother, but the expression he needed's gone. He could not find injured. He could not find noble. He could not find patient fiancé or misunderstood protector. All he had left was anger, and even that looked smaller now that everyone could see it. Rachel came around the table slowly. "Lily," she said, voice breaking. "Baby." Lily did not move toward her. That hurt Rachel. Good. Some hurt teaches late, but it teaches. Mara spoke again. "Mr. Vale, you are not under arrest at this moment, but you are not leaving with Lily, you are not taking her phone, and you are not taking that folder." "Do you understand?" Marcus laughed once, a dry, dead sound. "You can't do this." Mara's face stayed calm. "Watch us." Peter looked at me then. For the first time all night, he did not look amused. He looked afraid of what he had helped. I closed the black leather case. The badge was still visible on top. United States Army Criminal Investigation Division. Marcus stared at it, then at me. "You set me up," he said. I shook my head. "No, I gave you a room full of witnesses." He tried to answer, nothing came. And that silence was the first honest thing Marcus Vale had given Lily all night. Detective Ortiz asked Lily if she wanted to leave the room. Lily looked at Marcus first. That was the part that hurt me most, not because she still wanted his permission, because fear had trained her body to check him before making even the smallest decision. Marcus saw it too. For one desperate second, I watched hope move across his face. Not love. Hope that the habit he had built inside her was still stronger than the truth. Then Lily looked away from him. She looked at me. "Yes," she said. "I want to leave." Marcus took one step forward. Both officers moved again. He stopped. Mara nodded toward the side door. "Mrs. Hart, you can go with her." Rachel started around the table. "I'm coming too." Lily's whole body stiffened. Rachel saw it. This time, finally, she stopped. Not because I told her to. Not because a detective told her to. Because her daughter's fear had become visible enough that even a mother committed to denial could not walk past it. "Lily," Rachel whispered. Lily did not answer. She held my hand and walked with me through the side door into a small sitting room off the main hall. It had blue wallpaper, 2 cream sofas, and a painting of a sailboat above the fireplace. A room designed for polite conversations and private breakdowns. The moment the door closed, Lily began to shake. Not cry, shake. Her knees bent as if her bones had suddenly remembered how long they had been holding her up. I guided her to the sofa and sat beside her. She folded forward, both hands over her mouth, trying to make herself quiet. "Don't do that," I said softly. She shook her head. "I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, Grandma." "No, baby." Her breath came in sharp pieces. I thought I was smarter than this. I put my arm around her shoulders. "You were smart enough to send the code. I let it get this far. You survived long enough to ask for help." She pressed her eyes shut. "I thought you'd be ashamed of me." There are sentences that go through an old woman like a bullet. I turned toward her. "Ashamed?" She could not look at me. "He kept saying you'd be disappointed. That you taught me better. That if I told you, you'd know I ignored every warning sign. I felt something cold move through my chest. Marcus had not only controlled her fear, he had tried to use my love as a lock. I took Lily's face gently in both hands. Listen to me. The shame belongs to the person who made you afraid, not the person who became afraid. Her lips trembled, but I knew. Some part of me knew. Yes, I said, and some part of you kept fighting. That is the part that texted me. She looked at me then, young and tired and alive. I touched the silver bracelet on her wrist. When you were 12, you asked me what to do if someone said you were lying. She nodded. I told you they would have to say it to me. A broken little laugh came out of her. You remembered. I remember everything that matters. For a while, we sat there without speaking. Outside the door, voices moved through the hall. Marcus' voice rose once, then disappeared under Mara's calm one. Rachel cried somewhere beyond the wall. Peter said my name, then stopped when no one answered him. Lily leaned against my shoulder. How did you know he was dangerous? She asked. I looked at the closed door. Safe men don't need to control the exits. She absorbed that. Then she whispered, he always stood near doors. I know. He checked my phone because he said he was protecting me. I know. He said nobody would believe me because he never hit me hard enough to leave anything obvious. My hand tightened around hers. Outside, a chair scraped against the floor. I wanted to go back into that room and make Marcus hear every word she had just said. I wanted Rachel to hear it. I wanted Diane Vale to hear it. I wanted every person who laughed at that table to sit still while Lily described the difference between love and surveillance. But this moment was not theirs. It was hers. So I only said, you are believed. That was when she finally cried, not quietly, not prettily. She cried like someone whose body had been waiting weeks for permission to make noise. I held her through it. A little while later, Mara knocked once and opened the door just enough to ask Lily what she wanted done with the documents Marcus had tried to make her sign. Lily wiped her face. Take them, she said. Mara nodded. And your phone? Lily looked at the phone in Mara's hand. Then at me, then back at Mara. I want it checked, she said. All of it. That was the moment I knew my granddaughter had come back to herself. Not all the way. No one comes back all at once, but enough to choose truth over comfort. Marcus did not leave with Lily that night. He did not leave with the folder. He did not leave with her phone. He did not leave with the story he had planned to tell. By midnight, the engagement was over. By morning, his attorney was calling it a misunderstanding. By the end of the week, 3 women from his past had contacted Detective Ortiz after hearing what happened at Brookhaven. Men like Marcus rarely begin with the woman you catch them hurting. They practice somewhere else first. Rachel came to my house 2 days later. She stood on my porch with swollen eyes and a casserole dish in her hands because some people bring food when they do not yet know how to bring accountability. I failed her, she said. I did not soften it for her. Yes, she flinched. I thought you were trying to ruin everything. I was trying to stop everything from being ruined. She looked down at the dish. I should have believed you. No, I said. You should have believed her. That landed harder. Good. There are apologies that ask to be comforted. I had no use for those anymore. Rachel asked if she could see Lily. I told her Lily would decide that when she was ready. For once, Rachel did not argue. Lily stayed with me for 6 weeks. She slept in the little yellow room at the back of the house, the same room where she had once kept glow-in-the-dark stars on the ceiling. The first few nights, she woke at every sound. She kept her phone on the dresser across the room, then moved it closer, then farther again. Healing is not a straight road. It is a hallway you walk down with the lights flickering. Some mornings she was angry. Some mornings she was embarrassed. Some mornings she made coffee and acted like nothing had happened, which frightened me more than the anger. But little by little, Lily returned in small ways. She wore her red coat again. She called the clinic and asked about coming back part-time. She changed every password Marcus had ever touched. One afternoon, she stood in my kitchen and took the blue teacup down from the shelf. The chip near the handle was still there. She held it in both hands and said, "I used to think this was just our emergency code. What do you think now?" She looked at the cup for a long time. "I think it means I'm allowed to leave before I can explain why." I smiled. "That is a very good meaning." She placed the teacup in the center of the kitchen table, not hidden on the shelf anymore, not treated like a fragile old thing, visible, useful, ready. A month after the engagement party, Brookhaven sent me a formal apology. Diane Vale sent flowers. Walter sent nothing, which told me he was smarter than his wife. Peter sent a text that said he had misread the situation. I deleted it before my tea got cold. As for Marcus, I heard his name once more from Detective Ortiz. Investigation ongoing. Additional statements. Financial review. Possible charges. I did not ask for details Lily had not chosen to share with me. That was another kind of love. People think protection means standing in front of someone forever. It does not. Sometimes protection means standing beside them until they remember they have feet. On the first Sunday, Lily laughed again, really laughed. Not the thin, polite sound she had used around Marcus. We sat at my kitchen table with toast, jam, and the blue teacup between us. She touched the bracelet on her wrist. "Grandma?" "Yes. Were you scared that night?" I thought about Marcus's hand on her wrist. The folder. The way the room laughed. The text on my phone, the exits, the silence before Marfara walked in. "Yes," I said. She looked surprised. I took a sip of tea. The difference is, I knew what my fear was telling me. "What?" "That you mattered more than being polite." Lily looked down at the blue teacup. Then she smiled. Small, real. The night they laughed because Marcus was scared of an old woman, they thought fear meant weakness. They were wrong. Sometimes fear is recognition. Sometimes the body knows before the room does. And sometimes an old woman with a chipped blue teacup is not confused, not fragile, and not out of place. Sometimes she is the only person in the room who came prepared.